Well, happy Friday, my friends. This summer's biggest adventure is going to happen today and into tomorrow. We are back at the Pine Creek Trail, the rail trail. I am here in Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. There's many other YouTube videos like this, but they're not me. So most people ride north from Wellsboro down to Jersey Shore. Wellsboro's closer to home for me, so I'm going to go from south to north. My truck is parked at the Wellsboro Junction, and I'm here checking out the trolley car here at the Jersey Shore terminus. So let's take a walk around. This is really cool before we actually start our trek on trail. Pretty cool, huh? All right, my friends, our GPS is set. I'm gonna put the helmet on and we're gonna rock and roll. Starting out, it's gonna be a paved path. Then it eventually turns into like real fine gravel. Beautiful day today. Temps are supposed to hit up to about, I think it's like 76. So we should have a good time. Here we go, my friends. One thing I want to say before we get going too far, I have not rode a bike and I don't know how long. And the way my knees been feeling lately, I don't know how I'm going to feel at the end of this trip. But I think I overpacked in my pack a little bit. But again, this is something you experience and learn. Got some new gear to test out. Just a couple things. I'll show you guys that later when we get to camp. I did reserve 2 campgrounds. One at the Black Walnut Bottom campground and the Tagafton campground. But we'll probably only stay at the Black Walnut Bottom. So let's get on with it. All right. We do have to cross the road here. A little bit downhill, picking up some speed now. Whew. You guys can see the rocks here, like the cliffs and stuff. Probably should end up seeing a lot of that. 61. All right. So, 62 miles in length, and we're down a mile, so 61 miles to go. There is various rest stops and bathrooms along the way. Whoo, doggy. Had to stop and catch my breath. I ain't used to this, so props to all you mountain bikers and long distance bikers out there. I'm about 3.5 miles in already, and I'm beat. My right knee is starting to feel it though. So, but it is about time for a water break. So let me grab that. We are coming up on one of the couple bridges along this trail. It's pretty cool. Couple kayakers. This is just amazing. I definitely got to be honest, it's not easy to film and ride, especially since I'm pretty much inexperienced. Probably got too much in the pack too. Just had that gentleman jogging past me. He's way up there, so either he picked up or I slowed down. But we're actually along the river here, which I believe is Pine Creek. I could be wrong. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. But anyway, we're gonna continue this trek. Another one of the bridges here. So just before we crossed that bridge, to my left was the Stonecutter Trail that I did, probably a year ago, beginning of spring. It's like a hot, humid 80 to 85 degree day, but we're literally just over 8 miles in, my dudes. It's been really nice so far, but I tell you what, I think I should have prepared a little bit better for this. Oh, I need to rest my knee and take that pack off. Like I said, we are, let me look at the GPS here. About 9.5 miles in. I don't think I've done terrible for a beginner, but let me tell you what, like I said earlier, props to you guys who mountain bike and ride bikes all the time. I don't know if it's the size of the bike. It might have something to do with it. It's only a 26 inch. I probably should have gotten a 29, I think was the next height. I could be wrong. I don't know bike sizes. But yeah, my knee is feeling it today. So I figured I better sit down and rest at this little bench here and rehydrate. I gotta say, I see some of these people cruising along on their bikes. Kind of makes me feel old and decrepit. And a lot of the folks actually on this trail are older than myself. Let's just put it that way. But everybody's cruising right along, even the kids. But I don't know. They probably do it all the time. Sitting here thinking, it wasn't till about 12 minutes away from the terminus down there in Jersey Shore that I started not having second thoughts, but having anxiety about this. Because, I mean, yeah, I could naturally get to a town with service and call for a ride home if my knee starts acting up, or if I just straight physically can't do this. And this is another thing I want to say, like, if you're out and about and like you're on a trail and you're winded, you're just not in shape enough to do that trail, there's no harm in turning back. You're not a wimp. You're just not in shape enough to do that. kind of like me with this trail. But my problem is I'm not a quitter unless something drastically goes wrong. Like I said, my right knee is hurting. I need to get a brace for it, but I just haven't made it to the store to get a brace. So yeah, we're trying to get our way to Black Walnut Bottom Campground. That's where our permitted campsite is tonight. So yeah, I'm going to take another swig of this water, do some stretches, and we're going to get back on trail. Because I don't know how much farther we have to go. Well, we have hit the village of Waterville. I'm actually walking right now, guys. My right knee, I don't mean to keep complaining about that, but holy crap. What a day to give me trouble. It is so much easier to pedal on this wood than it is that gravel. Well, we hit that 50 more mile marker. Whew. So I'm noticing what might be difficult for me is the air in these is not quite what it should be. So that could be a problem. And like I said earlier, the bike actually might be too small for a 6-foot guy, but we're making do. We just come across the Waterville access parking area. Then we're gonna go down this way. We got 7.9 more miles. So basically 8 miles to go before we reach Kamal. And then above that is Black Walnut Bottom Campground. Man, I need some more water. There's certainly lots to see out on this trail, without a doubt. I'm beat. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. All right, so I don't believe we're very far from our campground. I'm hungry, my lips are dry and sticking together. I'm eating I'll show you the unopened one, a Kind breakfast peanut butter bar. Need to get some sugar into the system, get that energy up. Because right now I'm kind of dying. Finished my first bottle of water. Thankfully I have another 1.5 liters. Really should have brought my water bladder with me. And now that I've gone on a trip like this, I know what not to bring with me. For instance, I brought my probably 2-pound camera tripod. I mean, I brought stuff to cook food, stuff like that, but yeah, probably just some unnecessary stuff. But we're not far now. Probably the next time you'll see me is at the campground. Whew. Check out them big SOBs. I ain't never seen them that big before. .40-mile marker. Got a couple miles to go till our campsite. I thought it was closer than what it was, but I am dying. I know I've said this before, but we're almost to the campground. But I was almost out of water, and look what I found. I love it. Thank you to whomever did that. And here's the breeze. I haven't hit shade in a couple miles, so like I decided to pull over and grab some shade. Holy shit, that, oh, excuse me. And it's right next to the spring. So I'm gonna take a couple minutes, kind of compose myself, then get on to the campground, which isn't very far away. It like literally, it was right across from the Golden Eagle Trail that I did a few weeks ago. It's across the way, up the road, across the way, something like that. We'll be there shortly. We made it. After, hold on, I'll check the mileage. I don't even want to get up, but I will for you guys. 24.70 miles. I am beat, my dudes. I am 100% beat. Thank God for that spring. There is bathrooms over there. I'll give you more of the tour when my legs calm down. Gotta figure out where we're gonna set the tent too. I walking those couple miles in the sun. I feel like I'm gonna get up tomorrow and my neck is gonna be sunburnt. I just want to be perfectly honest right here, you guys. I do not know if I'm finishing this trail. Clearly I was not ready for this. Clearly I should have done more work, more research on a bike that fits a man my size. I should have been better with my water. Should have brought my drinking bladder. Should have not brought so much stuff in my pack because it's ungodly effing heavy. It's not true. When I weighed it at home, it was 21 pounds. That was before I put the tripod on there and the sweatshirt on there. So it probably weighs like maybe 23 pounds now, which is still under, because I think most backpackers, my mouth is still dry. I think most backpackers, their weight is to keep it like 25 pounds or under 25 pounds or something like that. I don't know. I'm just going to continue giving my legs a break because we just hustled and bustled almost 25 miles. I ain't never done that before. I don't even know if I'm going to eat dinner right now. Like, I know I'm calming down, but right now I'm not even hungry. To be honest with you, I'm heat exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. My emotions are up there. Like, I just want to go home right now. I played football in hotter weather than this in full gear. But I was a teenager then. I wasn't 40. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna let my legs rest a bit, and then I'll show you the campsite. By the way, I started this morning at 9:48, and it is now 4:33. So it took me 6 hours, 36 minutes, and 46 seconds to bike and walk 24.70 miles. Thank God there's a breeze out here. All right, so I come in from that way, and I'm at site 6, site 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blah, blah, blah. I'm not alone here tonight. There's a couple more up that way. There's my lovely beat up picnic table. I mean, the area is pretty big. To bang a little beat up tree. I mean, I have pretty much all around here, but I kind of like how they have this fire pit kind of like dug down in a little bit. I don't know if y'all can really tell, but yeah, I think some people probably put their tent over there. I'm staying on the ground. I'm thinking I'll probably put mine right there in between those two stumps. I think over there is access to the river, which we'll go in a minute. This is probably like a wooden cutting log. And you can connect your campsites right here. Yeah, oh my, it goes all the way down through there. There's quite a few. I didn't want to go too far off trail. All right, let's go see where that water access leads us. Oh man, it's kind of nice to know there's other people out here, because I am literally in the middle of nowhere, my dudes. So there is an access to the river down here. This is cool. I wasn't gonna try walking down that with as weak as my legs are feeling. Wow. Good place to put your kayak in too. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's go set my tent up, get my sleep system out. I got a couple new pieces of gear I want to show you guys. This was the perfect trip for it. All right, guys. Said I had a couple pieces of gear for you. Here they are. This is, I'm not sure if nature is just shortened or if it's actually pronounced Hikenture. H-I-K-E-N-T-U-R-E. This is an ultralight pillow. It's inflatable. And it's pretty big too. I like the fact that it compresses down. It's got a little nozzle in the middle. You can't see it, but that's what lets the air out. Like I said, it's a pretty big pillow. And secondly, we have a sleeping bag made by Nature Hike. This is a 15-degree sleeping bag. Or no, excuse me, 59. 15 was the Celsius. The transition is 46.4. And we're at risk of cold if it gets down to 26.6. So I really don't think it's supposed to get that cold tonight. Then the other thing, y'all have seen this before, but not in a while, it's my Static V sleeping pad by Climate. This is 2.5 inches thick. It's all I have for now. It was 40 bucks off of Amazon. I bought it, I needed it in a pinch. This also, if you don't remember, you have to self-inflate this one. The last time I counted, I think it took about 15 to 20 breaths. I don't know. It's got a drop hole. I do like the color. It's black and gray, as you can see. I read good reviews about it, but at the same time, reviews don't mean everything. There we go. We'll zip it up so the bugs don't get in. I don't think any of you guys are aware how happy I am that I found that spring. I was about down to that in water, maybe a little more. I probably had about there, which would be, I don't know, what, 1/3 of the bottle. But I drenched my hair, I threw water on my face, threw it on my neck. It felt super good. But let me show the options of dinner tonight if I do decide to have any. I'm pretty pooped, and I'm still kind of full from the snacks I had earlier. They were protein, so they definitely stuck with me. But anyway, let me show you what I brought just in case. Okay, so first up is chicken teriyaki. I get Mountain House because they don't taste bad and they're about the cheapest freeze-dried meal out there. Chicken teriyaki with rice, green peas, carrots, peppers, onions, freeze-dried. No preservatives, no artificial flavors, no artificial colors. Yeah, these aren't the healthiest of meals, but it puts something in my belly. 11 grams of protein, as you can see. The next one, well, this was actually breakfast. This is a breakfast skillet. I had this when I camped at World's End last year. This actually is super, super good. I probably will have that in the morning. And last but not least, this is another dinner option. Again, Mountain House, biscuits and gravy. Oh my goodness. Buttermilk biscuits with gravy and pork sausage. Freeze-dried. No preservatives, no artificial flavors, and no artificial colors. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to eat tonight. Like I said, I'm still quite full from that little snack I had. But I am going to down this. Well, my butt feels like I just got out of prison. I'm sorry to the parents at home that may be watching this. Hopefully your child did not see that and start asking questions. Yeah, let me show you the modifications that I did before I go any farther. So this is a 26-inch Rock Creek Huffy. I'm a 6-foot tall man. I believe this bike is too small for me. What I didn't notice until today, the tires must have deflated. I did inflate them some at the various rest stops. They have a rack to stand your bike to repair it, or air pumps. But one of the new things I did is I put this gel pad on here. And yeah, you think gel is cushy, it's fun, sit on it. This is hard on my backside, my friends. Maybe I should have gone with memory foam. What I put on, but I took off, was a water bottle holder. Because if you look at this, this is actually not a round bar, it's triangular. Just like this, it's triangular. And then I just put this case on here for my iPhone, for my GPS. It has 6 gears. It's got high and low. It's done good. It's got the front shocks on it. It's done. It ain't working for me right now, but it's done a pretty good job. But like I said, 18 speeds. It's just not for me. It's not for my backside. Then again, I don't know if any mountain biking is for my backside. My butt hurts, dudes. So, I'm not really gonna lie either. I kind of miss Mindy. I had thought about bringing her out for this adventure, but I'm really, really glad I did not. Sorry if that sun's in y'all eyes. I should have turned the camera the other way. Let me refocus here. There we go. Yeah, she thought about coming, but I don't know. I just didn't think this was a good idea because I didn't know how I was going to handle it. And obviously, I'm handling it pretty bad. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of ashamed. I've been a physical guy all my life. All of these hikes, and just like I can't even ride a bike a couple miles without a big problem I'm having obviously is my right knee. But my left thigh muscle cramps up. And I stretched every rest stop today, plus I stretched really good before I came on this adventure. Sorry, I'm tired. It'll be an early night. I presume like 7:30 or 8, maybe 8:30 at the latest. But I did bring some movies to download. Anyway, I'm off track. Yeah, I should have been able to do this no problem, but it's proven to be very, very, very difficult. And I definitely took riding a bike with a grain of sand, a grain of salt, or maybe I didn't take it too seriously. I don't know what the correct term is. You guys get what I'm trying to say. My brain is fried right now. One thing I did bring is permethrin, so I can, or Thermacell, not permethrin. That keeps ticks away. I mean, I'm sure it'll kill mosquitoes and stuff too, but I think I'm going to fire this bad boy up once I find all my thingies and the pad to burn. It's got juice in here. Flick it to on. Then inside here, we should be able to see a little flame. See it? It's working. And now, it'll give us a 15-foot radius bubble around us and keep all of the pesky little critters away. And by the way, I did bring my Klonopin, which is for my anxiety. I'm gonna take a couple tonight, and that should knock me right out. Normally I only take one, but the doctor said it wouldn't hurt if I took two. So, yeah, I'm just gonna sit. I think I'm gonna take my shoes off. Morning, gang. I know you really can't see me, but yeah, got some rain early this morning. I passed right the heck out last night, but I did also toss and turn too. But I think I'm gonna get up, go to the bathroom, make some coffee. So I think I am going to have some breakfast to replenish what calories I lost yesterday. Not that these are super great, but well, this one's got 28 grams of protein, probably because of the eggs. But protein isn't necessarily what you need, it's the calories. But I've got other stuff. One thing I've got to start doing with me is bringing some painkillers. After all that physical exertion yesterday, I got a very slight headache. But that's all right. Once I get some food in my system and caffeine rolling, I should be all right. But this is a carry-in, carry-out campsite, so whatever I bring in, I have to take out. But I'm not a dirtbag, so I would naturally take my garbage with me. One. And a two. Hopefully it tastes all right. All I got is powdered sugar. Excuse me, that's powdered creamer. And the creamer packets are sugar-free. That's Miss Mindy's fault. I gotta say, this tent, for being 85 bucks off of Amazon, it's pretty amazing. There's no condensation in here. Honestly, I think the ventilation, the mesh for ventilation is very small because the material goes up. Well, I'll show you. The material comes up to here, and this whole top part is mesh. This is not mesh, but this is the rain fly. I gotta say, $85 a budget tent. I hate using budget. Let's use affordable. Yeah, for an affordable tent, this thing has, I've used this in October and when it was cold out, and this thing kept me and Miss Mindy nice and warm. It says it's a 2-person. Tightly, it's a 2-person. For me in here with my gear, it's a 1-person. Usually with tents, like if they say, oh, 1 person, they're good enough for 1 person in a gear. If it's if they rate it for 2 people, it's usually only good enough for 1 person and some gear. 3 people, the way they do it, I think, is they cram people in here. They don't think about comfortability. They think, oh, how many people can we actually fit in here? You know, like we got 1 person sleeping their head this way, the other person their head this way, then the other person their head this way. So the 2 up here got the guy in the middle's feet in their face. And yeah, I don't know. This tent is like 4 pounds, 4.6 pounds or something like that. But anyway, coffee time. Tastes like hot water. Let's add another thing of coffee, huh? I thought we got some neighbors last night. Just before I fell asleep, I thought I heard some other people. Oh, it's breakfast time. Coffee wasn't that good. Instant's never really that good. Sometimes I can make it spot on to where it's refreshing. Then there's other times to where it's not very good. Case in point, this morning. God, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. It's 6:45 in the morning. By the time I get this made at 8, we'll be back. We'll be on trail about 7:15. I'm gonna leave the bike at a ranger station and come pick it up at a later time. I'm not fit for riding a bike. And it's really, it's kind of embarrassing, but like I said yesterday, it makes my butt sore. It's even like sore to sit down on this hard picnic table. So yeah. So in total, yesterday, like I said, we went 24.70 miles. There's 38 miles, I think, left to go. I could be wrong. I gotta find a general store so I can pick up some more water, or hopefully another spring along the way. If that spring that I seen back there wasn't so far back there, I would go back to that. But I still got some water left. I got about quarter of a jug left. And now we wait. I'm actually really hoping that I get into an area or a town with service so I can text for my ride home. I did a stupid thing by not preparing myself to come out here. I'm like, oh, it's a flat surface, it's riding a bike, you know. Yeah, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Plus the weather today is supposed to be really crappy. So yeah, I think when I get into service, I'm gonna shoot a message to my dad and see if he can come pick me up. But I will, in the future, I will come back wherever I leave off and finish this, because I'm not one to start something and not finish it. Right now, my body is just, my back hurts from the sleeping pad last night. It's 2.5 inches off the ground, and it's very, very loud. climate. Y'all got to do something about that. It's very, very loud. The sleeping bag kept me warm for temperatures like this. That's perfect. Kept me nice and warm. I was not cold not once last night. The pillow was awesome. The inflatable pillow from Hikenture or Hike Nature or whatever it is. That pillow was awesome. I'm glad I bought that. $20, my friends. Yeah, 20 bucks, $21, something like that. I don't know. It was affordable. But I slept decent. Like I said, I did toss and turn. But yeah, we're gonna eat this breakfast. We're gonna finish packing the bag. I'll say my bag packing skills is getting a little bit better. I got my sleeping bags, my sleep system basically, the pillow, the sleeping pad, and the sleeping bag in the bottom. Then in the middle, standing up closest to my back, I have my tent. Then around it, I put the food, extra clothes, anything I want really fast, like my phone charger or my rain jacket. I'm gonna put right on top. So, and in the side pockets, I got my rappel if I start to get ate up by bugs, which I'll probably put that on today because yes, with it raining today and being wet and muggy, and I think the bugs will be out. The other thing I like about these Mountain House meals is they are super salty, and I'm a salt guy. Quote me on this, but salt is good because salt can hold liquid in the muscles or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a science or anatomy teacher. All right, breakfast time. Oh, it smells really good. Cheers, my friends. If you made it this far, just know I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Best thing I've had to eat all day. It's the only thing I've had to eat all day. I think you guys heard that, but that's another thing about this campsite. I love it, but it's not far from the road. Like, the road is literally right there. Which I guess is kind of cool because that loud noise scare off any critters in the night. Which I didn't have a problem with. Took all my food, I put it in my tent bag, and I set it. I know they say you're supposed to set it 100 feet from where you camp. I only set mine probably 50 feet from where I camp. But I figured with all the noise and the ruckus last night from the neighbors and the vehicles that really wasn't going to have to worry about anything. Oh yeah. So I think this is the earliest I've ever been out on trail. Well, I'm walking by Tomb Flats access area and campground. We're slowly making headway, to be honest, my friends. Like, I think it's just because it's a flat trail. Things seem to be moving quickly. Like, I'm not slowing down because I'm out of breath. It's just nice on a flat trail. But man, am I ready to go home. Beautiful. It's a deer crossing the creek. Probably run into him up here. Ooh, we have reached Slate Run recreational parking. See what this other sign says. Rattlesnake Rock, 8.8 miles. Hilborn Fields Comfort Station, 2.7. Rattlesnake Rock is our biggest trek. Well, here's our general store. I'm gonna see if it's open so I can re-up my water. Nice little store, friendly folks. Because my coffee is kind of crappy this morning, just to get the caffeine, I got a Pepsi. They had Wi-Fi there, but the guest one was password restricted. So like, I didn't want to go in and be like, hey, can I have your password? So I'll just wait till I get service to my phone. That could be in miles and miles and miles. I don't know. I feel the old headache crawling back up in. Well, we're coming across another mile marker here. Let's see what it is. 35. Almost halfway done. 31 is our halfway point. Really liking this part of the trail. It's very shaded. Not that the sun is out, but this is a perfect time to actually hike, to be out. All day it's supposed to be overcast. I don't think the sun is supposed to peek through. But we've already put in a good chunk this morning. Last time I looked, we were approaching 28 miles. And if you remember, we started out at 24.70. We might actually even be farther than that. Nope, 28.28. So, we've only gone about 4 miles or so. Still feels like a lot to me. I kind of hit that 34-mile marker, and I stopped and I set my timer because I want to see how long it takes me to actually do a mile all along this trail. There are these kiosks that talk about rattlesnakes and whatnot. Hilborn Run Trail to Golden Eagle Trail, 1.1 miles. Did the Golden Eagle. Hilborn Run. All right, that mile took me 18 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, if I didn't have a pack on, I could probably move a little bit faster. But I guess it is what it is. Best part about this whole morning is I've been walking along Pine Creek the whole morning. It's been freaking great. Sound of the water. I mean, this is a more steady part, more quiet. As we get up there, I'm sure there'll be more rapids. There you have it, folks. Our halfway point. Now we pretty much start all over with the anguish. I'm actually really happy I decided to ditch the bike. I feel like I'm making better traction on foot than with the bike, with the stopping and getting off, because my butt is sore. Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna get roasted in the comments because of that. But if you're not used to riding a bike, you try. By the way, our time is 9:15 in the morning. And back there it said 6.1 miles to Rattlesnake Rock. That was the last comfort station, AKA bathroom. We've gone a couple miles since then, so it's not quite 6 miles. Cedar Run. Definitely making our way, getting closer. Jacobs Run. Falling right out into the river. So if you guys haven't noticed by now, each side of the trail is private property. The trail we have to stay on, obviously, because we don't want to trespass. It's been a good morning, despite what slight headache I have. I think I said that earlier. But I found a new way to kind of relax my shoulders a little bit. So I take my hand and I shove it under my straps there, kind of like you see the cops walk around with their hands in their bulletproof vest. It's kind of what I do underneath my straps. Kind of takes the pressure away from my shoulders a little bit. First trail obstacle, not a big deal. Oh, what is this? What does this say? Nothing. I thought that was our mile 29 marker. And we get to come across another bridge. This is cool. I like this. Oh, we have reached Rattlesnake Rock access area. I'll show you the rock when I'm done taking my break. Probably about 30 minutes. Oh, that feels good. Do some stretches here. Hopefully I won't have the same problem as I did yesterday with my left leg tightening up. And this right knee, seems to be doing okay today, but I'm not riding a bike today. I have put in 10.72 miles today because we started out at actually a little over that because we started out at 24.70. We're at 35.72. So yeah. Man, I miss the girlfriend. She keeps me sane on a lot of these trips. A lot of the times I talk about being out here, it kind of clears my head, but when it's extra physical, like yesterday has been, like I almost broke down yesterday, my guys, my dudes, my ladies, my lords and ladies. I almost broke down last night. I almost had a panic attack because I didn't have no service. And I didn't know when I'd have the next service. I don't have service still. But we got 27 miles to go. I think that's doable. But if I come into service, I'm probably going to tell the old man to come get me because I'm just not in the right headspace right now. I'm trying to stay in good spirits, but it's difficult right now. All right, and now, my friends, I will show you Rattlesnake Rock. It's more or less just a big giant rock you can jump off and swim in the river. Still pretty cool though. All right, so there's a bunch of little kids, but over here is a giant rock. You can kind of see them right there fishing. But yeah, you can jump off that into the water. It's pretty cool. But let's get back onto the rail trail and hopefully knock this thing out. My feet hurt, my back hurt, My legs are super, super tight, mainly my thigh muscles. I'm ready for a hot shower and my couch. Another bridge. Yee yee. These are just nice because of the scenery. And it's nice to get off the gravel for a little bit. Rocks kicking up, getting in my shoes. Well, I mean, it's not much of a view because of the steel on the side. And now it starts to rain. Well, my dudes, just past the 20-mile marker. Man, my legs are beat. And I just swallowed a gnat. It's been raining pretty much the past, I don't know, 6 miles or so. I'm soaked. I stopped a minute to stretch, take a break. Started to get the chill, so I decided to start hiking again. Man, I am ready to be home. Well, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. The rain kind of picked up a couple miles ago. I got to the Tyadonton, Tagafton, I don't know how do you say it. It's 1.8 miles till we reach there, which is good because that makes us close to Wellsboro. I'm taking a long break right now because my legs are beat. Okay, we are about 12 miles in, or 12 miles left. Just took another break because the little pellets or little rocks on this trail get into my shoes, and I also got a big blister on my left heel right on back. The the sneaker must be rubbing on it, but the rain has held up a little bit, so I'm hoping to push through, get back to my vehicle, so I'm ready to go home. My body is done. So this is the staircase that takes you all the way up through to Leonard Harrison State Park. You'll see some waterfalls and whatnot, just like this one over here. Well, my dudes, I'm 9 miles away from the trailhead. I stopped at the Darling Run little train station here. There's a bathroom up there. There's even like an electric car charger. But this is where my journey ends. I would like to do the 9 miles, but I sat down to rest and I could not stand back up. My right knee that I've been complaining about completely locked up on me. It doesn't hurt per se, but I think I'm gonna have to go to my doctor. But yeah, so my dad is on his way. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for this whole shenanigan whatnot. Much love to everybody. If you decide to do this, make sure you plan. Make sure you get yourself in shape for it, because I thought just riding a bike on a flat surface was going to be it, but no way, man. This is why I say there's an art to everything. So y'all stay safe, stay healthy, and y'all be good to each other. And we'll see you next week for another big adventure. Thanks, guys. Be good.